Michael Gerard Tyson, born June 30, 1966, is an American former professional boxer who competed from 1985 to 2005. Nicknamed Iron Mike and Kid Dynamite in his early career, and later known as the baddest man on the planet, Tyson is considered to be one of the greatest heavyweight boxers of all time. 5. He reigned as the undisputed world heavyweight champion from 1987 to 1990. Tyson won his first 19 professional fights by knockout, 12 of them in the first round. Claiming his first belt at 20 years, 4 months, and 22 days old, Tyson holds the record as the youngest boxer ever to win a heavyweight title. 6. He was the first heavyweight boxer to simultaneously hold the WBA, WBC and IBF titles, as well as the only heavyweight to unify them in succession. The following year, Tyson became the lineal champion when he knocked out Michael Spinks in 91 seconds of the first round. 7. In 1990, Tyson was knocked out by underdog Buster Douglas. 8. In one of the biggest upsets in history. In 1992, Tyson was convicted of rape and sentenced to 6 years in prison, although he was released on parole after 3 years. 9, 10, 11. After his release in 1995, he engaged in a series of comeback fights, regaining the WBA and WBC titles in 1996 to join Floyd Patterson, Muhammad Ali, Tim Witherspoon, Evander Holyfield and George Foreman as the only men in boxing history to have regained a heavyweight championship after losing it. After being stripped of the WBC title in the same year, Tyson lost the WBA title to Evander Holyfield by an 11th round stoppage. Their 1997 rematch ended when Tyson was disqualified for biting Holyfield's ears, one bite notoriously being strong enough to remove a portion of his right ear. In 2002, Tyson fought for the world heavyweight title, losing by knockout to Lennox Lewis. Tyson was known for his ferocious and intimidating boxing style as well as his controversial behavior inside and outside the ring. With a knockout-to-win percentage of 88%, 12, he was ranked 16th on the Ring magazine's list of 100 greatest punchers of all time, 13, and first on ESPN's list of the hardest hitters in heavyweight history. 14. Sky Sports described him as perhaps the most ferocious fighter to step into a professional ring. 15. He has been inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame and the World Boxing Hall of Fame. Early life. Michael Gerard Tyson was born into a Catholic family in Fort Greene, Brooklyn, New York City on June 30, 1966. 16. 17. He has an older brother named Rodney, born c. 1961, 18, and an older sister named Denise, who died of a heart attack at age 24 in February 1990. 19. Tyson's mother, born in Charlottesville, Virginia, 20, was described as a promiscuous woman who might have been a prostitute. 21. Tyson's biological father is listed as Purcell Tyson, a humble cab driver, who was from Jamaica on his birth certificate. 22, 23, but the man Tyson had known as his father was a pimp named Jimmy Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick was from Greertown, North Carolina, a predominantly black neighborhood that was annexed by the city of Charlotte. 24, where he was one of the neighborhood's top baseball players. Kirkpatrick married and had a son, Tyson's half-brother Jimmy Lee Kirkpatrick, who would help to integrate Charlotte high school football in 1965. In 1959, Jimmy Kirkpatrick left his family and moved to Brooklyn, where he met Tyson's mother, Lorna Mae Smith Tyson. Kirkpatrick frequented pool halls, gambled and hung out on the streets. "My father was just a regular street guy caught up in the street world," Tyson said. Kirkpatrick abandoned the Tyson family around the time Mike was born, leaving Tyson's mother to care for the children on her own. 25. Kirkpatrick died in 1992. 26. The family lived in Bedford-Stuyvesant until their financial burdens necessitated a move to Brownsville when Tyson was 10 years old. 27. Tyson's mother died 6 years later, leaving 16-year-old Tyson in the care of boxing manager and trainer Cus D'Amato, who would become his legal guardian. Tyson later said, "I never saw my mother happy with me and proud of me for doing something. She only knew me as being a wild kid running the streets, coming home with new clothes that she knew I didn't pay for."